Hello, everyone. This is Ross Carpri again with Keller Williams Metro South, coming to you today to discuss different type of loans that buyers can get in the real estate market today. Of course, I also have Andy Gagliano on with us with Gagliano Mortgage. I'm going to bring him on just a little bit. But anytime you're purchasing a home, of course, you know there's several different ways you can purchase a home. One of the ways is cash. Cash is king, as they say, and that is still an option that a lot of people use today, believe it or not. But that's fine. And cash makes it easy, and you purchase the home and start and creating your memories. Some of the other ways that you can purchase a home, one would be a conventional loan. That's just a standard loan where you can put, they tell me, 20% down, and you uh, you don't have to pay your private mortgage insurance, which is an extra fee tacked on every month. That's kind of I guess, the second step of what a lot of people purchase a home as. There's also a FHA loan, which is a federal housing loan. That's a government loan, and there's some requirements for that as well. A lot of it has to do with income, debt to income ratio, how much you can put down. There's some salary requirements that enable you to get an FHA loan. There's also a VA loan, which is for the veterans. Gives them an opportunity in a lot of cases to not put any money down, or it used to be in old days, you get a better rate. I'll let the expert talk about that in just a little bit. And then there's also what's called a USDA loan. That's another government loan, and that takes place. There's a map on the internet that tells what areas are requiring or areas are eligible for a USDA loan, and that enables the buyer to put a minimal amount down in some cases. Every case is different, but you have to get with your lender to discuss those with you and see which option you have best for you. But I think today we're going to discuss the USDA loans. And with that said, I'm going to put you in touch with Andy Gagliano with Gagliano Mortgage. He's probably going to give you a high level information on how to obtain a USDA loan if in fact you're eligible for that.
Yeah, thank you, Ross. It's good to see you again. I appreciate you having me on again today. And yeah, the USDA program is a really good program. It allows a buyer to be able to purchase a home in what would be called a rural area. In that rural area, there's a map online where you can go and either look at a general overview of an area or enter a specific property address onto that website, and it'll tell you if that property is eligible for USDA financing. And the benefit of USDA is that it allows buyers to be able to purchase a property with nothing down. So no down payment. Now there's still closing costs associated with that loan. The interest rates are extremely attractive, oftentimes about 0.5% better than a conventional loan right now. And the mortgage insurance, it's actually called a guarantee fee with USDA, is less than a conventional loan than the mortgage insurance would be on that. So USDA is a very good program. There are income limitations on that program as well. So two big limitations: the location of the property is one, and then the income is the other. So USDA is very, very, very strict on income. Even if only one person out of a household is going to be on the loan application, but there are two other people in that household who work and earn income, then their income has to be counted to test that maximum income limit. And so let's just throw out numbers for example. Let's just say the USDA maximum income limit is $100,000. And let's say the wife works and she makes $75,000. She's going to be the only one on the application. But the husband is self-employed and has just started a business a year ago. That's why only the wife is going to be on the application. And even though the husband's not going to be on the loan application, his income from his self-employment still has to be counted against the income limit. So if the husband made on their tax returns $15,000 last year, then we add the 75,000 to the 15,000, we end up at $90,000, but there's a little curveball in there. The curveball is that mom lives with him as well because mom can't take care of herself. And so they put mom in the in-law suite in the house, or maybe there's a finished room in the basement, and mom's going to live in that area. And mom gets Social Security income of $25,000 a year. Well, now, even though mom's not on the loan application, we've got husband, mom, who are not on the loan application, and wife, who is on the loan application, and we have an income that's above the $100,000 income limit, and that couple's not going to qualify for a USDA loan. So, or that household, I should say, is not going to qualify. So there's things like that that we have to look at with USDA, but overall, it's a great loan program. You know, Ross and I actually closed one this week for a buyer, and, you know, she was very excited to be able to purchase this home with no money down. It's just a great program. They're really no more difficult than any other loan to get. And it's something that, you know, buyers should consider if they don't have a lot of money for down payment and closing costs. So, you know, if that's something that anyone watching wants to consider, please feel free to give me a call. You can reach me at 205-979-4412. I'm at extension 1. I'll be happy to answer any questions. There's never a charge to talk to me, just to pick my brain. It's small enough that it won't take long for you to get all the information out of it. But I'm happy to help out with that. And we can even look at some specific properties. We can run those income limit calculations or income cap calculations to make sure that you don't max out on the income. And then once we get you moving along towards a pre-approval with USDA, we can send you back to Ross, and he can start looking for houses that will be eligible for a USDA program. And again, that's one other reason why having a realtor and a mortgage loan officer who work well together, who can communicate well together, really pays off, because I can communicate to Ross, hey, the Joneses, they need to go on a USDA loan. It works best for them. So keep that in mind when they're sending you houses to look at, and, you know, keep that in mind when you're looking at houses for them or sending houses for them to go look at as well. So anyway, Ross, if somebody wants to talk to you about finding those USDA properties, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at 205-601-0123. That's my cell phone. I have it with me 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours. I cut it
Almost.
about 10.
Almost 24 hours.
Yeah, almost. But if I don't answer, I'll be sure to just leave a message. I'll be sure to call you back the next available time. But I have one question for you, Andy, before we go. Just a scenario that popped up in my head. If you have a couple in a house, mother and dad, and the daughter lives with them, works on her own, plans on purchasing a home to get out of the home and fly the nest, so to speak, are those rules still going to apply to check the parents' income, or is it just strictly going to be on the young adult that's moving out?
So you're talking about doing the loan in mom and dad's name?
No, You got a mom,
doing the loan.
and the daughter's living with the mom and dad.
Gotcha.
She decides she wants to purchase a home, move out
I
on her
gotcha.
own. That scenario. So
Yeah.
what would be required for that?
Yeah. As long as mom and dad are not moving into the home with her, then we do not have to count mom and dad's income. We count only her income.
Oh, okay. So the other scenario you mentioned, they would all be living together, so you have to count them all. I got
That's correct. Yeah.
you. Okay.
And thanks for asking and clarifying that. So if I didn't make that clear,
No,
it's
I
very
just was
important that
thinking
it is
about,
clear.
yeah, I was thinking about the scenario we had, and I was trying to figure out how that works. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Well, good deal.
awesome.
Well, look, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you joining in. And again, if you have any questions, you can call Andy at 205-979-4412, extension 1, or you can call me at 205-601-0123. Look forward to your call. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.